Hi, in this video I want to talk to you about dirty, toxic, narcissistic relating, dirty tactics, and how you are bullied when you have a narcissistic mother and the family trumps is there and everybody's playing with it. So I want to share 5 different ways that this game of bullying and toxic relating is going on. You come out of just a normal visit with your narcissistic parents and you feel the effects of it so very clearly, because you feel sucked dry. You feel as if your frequency is a normal mood for many spiritual people, but it's like that you are emotionally you've been taken from and emptied, so that your level of happiness and energy and so on has just been like unplugged, and like you're lower on the frequency map when you but that is actually what happens, is that they actually end up taking your energy, taking you and reducing your quality of life and sucking your energy to suck themselves up. But that causes you then to get to suffer from that. So let me talk about 5 different ways that the narcissist has to play dirty games on you and be toxic with you. So don't forget, the whole atmosphere is toxic when you're around toxic people. And the more you are around toxic people, the more of a dose you get and the sicker you will feel. That is the general rule, at least. So what do? They do use put downs, because they need to keep themselves one up over you and other people. They feel they are special, and there are special rules for them, that they are entitled and arrogant, and they do want to be the one in power and control, and so they will play dirty tricks on you, such as put downs, which can be very subtle, or they can be more not so subtle, more overt. But it's really hard for most of us to just be with someone, especially people that we perhaps on some level still care about as well. I mean, these are our parents, and of course where our feelings to them, they do get damaged in the process. But these are our parents and are supposed at least to be people who are there, supportive, loving us and unconditionally and so on. So it's really, really hard to be with people like this and to all of a sudden find yourself at the other end of a put down. It can be something about how you look, about what you love. It can be something. Quite often these people do put other people down consistently where they are. So it can be that you're listening to them putting other people down, and it's really hard to speak your truth and say to them that you don't like talking about other people this way, that you so you can get pulled into things that you don't want to actually be a part of. That's also one way of controlling you. And when you are put down, so often there's like word games and subtle things going on, making you question yourself. So also tapping into like gaslighting, and so that makes it really hard, because none of us are so, well, most of us at least are not so very good at really catching it in the moment. Often we think about, I could have said this, I could have said that afterwards, but then they've already won, because they've taken themselves one up on your cost. But that's what they wanted, and that is why you feel so poorly afterwards when you've been there. So the second way that they can harm you is simply by the toxic energy that I mentioned. As many of us are sensitive and empaths, and we really do get affected by the toxic energy that these people have, the negativity, the being around people who are aggressors, who can attack you at any moment, being around people who have traumatized you a lot, being around poisonous, toxic people is something that completely drains us, especially if we are sensitive empaths. Point number 3 is that when you're around these people, they don't see you, they're not interested in you, they don't care about you, they don't want to spend time on you, they want to spend time on them. They simply want, a narcissist lives in a false self-defensive structure, and the whole family has to take that in and incorporate that, and the scapegoat is the one who doesn't do that, and that's not very popular. So that's maybe also why you become then a scapegoat, because you are the truth teller. And but when you go on a visit and you are there with people who are so treating you so out of the ordinary, because normally in a relationship what's normal is that there are two people and there is the space in that relationship for those two people, and both are seen as people who matter. Not so in this relationship. You are just there to let your mother and potentially also your father be seen, that they come out of feeling good. It's about what they feel, it's about what they want. They take the whole space, they fill the whole room, and they leave you with no attention on what's been going on for you, no interest in your life, no interest in, so you are completely objectified and used as a mirror, mirroring them how they want to use you. And that is really, really, really difficult. And also, like, there can also be a lot of withholding, purposely perhaps, of attention on you, of protection for you, if there's resources that they have that they don't want to offer you, and so on. These are weapons in their hands of narcissists, and this is not normal. So being around people in this toxic environment like this is what makes you completely exhausted. So point number 4 is perhaps you have something that you want to share. Perhaps for a moment you, even if you are in a process of low contact, even if you're in a process of having boundaries within yourself, such as not being vulnerable, not sharing, grey rocking perhaps, these people are manipulators and they're experts at pulling you in. And sometimes we want to share things that we care about with someone that we're that closely related to, and so on. So your defenses sometimes can slip, your boundaries may slip. But if they do, then you're most likely going to get someone taking a needle into the balloon and letting all the air out. It's very common that you don't get a normal, just showing a picture of your child perhaps, and that you're proud of, and something nice like that, doesn't necessarily give you what normal people do, saying to you back that, oh, that's a wonderful picture, they look so nice. You might in fact get something else, like that you really wonder what it means, and like really, so you can't make sense of it. And that can also cause you then to later feel really like, why didn't I just say what you mean? I don't understand what you mean, and this is making me wonder, why did you not like it? You know, these are the things that's easy to think about in retrospect, but they're not so easy to do when you're in the middle of it. So, but when you share something good and you don't get good feedback on it, or you get very confusing or negative feedback on it, that is taking your joy, and it's taking the energy from you in the direction that they want to suck it out of you. So, and then you have the next point, which is number 5, is that of being humiliated. So there are so many ways that they can shame and humiliate. They know you from when you were a child, and they can just do things that are out of... Narcissists don't live by the same rules that everybody else, according to them, should live by. They are much more free to do things that aren't really things that ordinary people would do. So like active humiliations, active shaming, just simple things like when people treat you disrespectfully, when they don't listen to what you say, or they plain out show that they don't care, or things like that. These are things like, for us normal, sensitive empaths, it hurts. We experience the effect of it, and that is normal. Usually we then feel really bad after leaving a person who is this disrespectful and humiliates us. But I want to tell you that this is your normal reaction to being around people who are predators like this. So we come out of this feeling sucked dry. We lose our power, we lose ourselves. It's perhaps a repeat coming up of all the experiences that we've had of humiliations, of not being treated well, and so on. So I think one of the most important things is that now you know why you feel the way you do. So take that into account when you are around these people, and try to limit your exposure to them as much as possible. And if you find this really difficult, and you find that this help video and my other videos as well are really helpful on the channel, then please consider coming into my email community, which I'll leave an email link, a link to that community. And I have a 12-week healing journey program, which is just about to start, which would really help you strengthen yourself in your truth, your relationship to self, how to reframing things, understanding things. Yeah, so do let me know if you're interested in that. It's a really helpful journey. That's the feedback I got from the last group. So I hope this has been helpful. There's nothing wrong with you, but don't let yourself be subjected to this regularly. Take care of yourself, because that's your primary job, is to take care of you. And if you liked it, please like, comment and subscribe, and I hope to see you again. Have a lovely day. Bye bye.